handicap parking right in the beginning. Whenever you go to the fair, that's the best part. One of the best parts. And the thing about the parking is not to have cars too close to you. Uh, this was the day that the tickets weren't that expensive, so that was kind of cool. It was half off. That was pretty nice. Pima County Fairgrounds there. I think we went like a year ago or two. I got it in the records, but I don't remember exactly. Um, but that's the basic one, the basic Ferris wheel that people like to ride. Most of the time, whenever we got there, it was a little bit early. It was probably uh, 6 o'clock or something like that. There's a couple people brought their dogs, and I didn't know if you could, so that was pretty awesome. They're pretty well behaved doggies too, so I was pretty happy with that. They were looking at mommy and her partner quite a bit, so that's just for fun, grins and giggles. That was a big chair. Gotta know where the bathroom is, especially if you're in a wheelchair. That was one of the things that was hard to get lost. We got lost quite a bit whenever we were at this fair. That's a camel ride. $7. Maybe if I was a little bit more healthy, then I would have been able to do that camel ride myself. This was kind of cool. You put the strap on around your legs, and you can kind of go flying down this wire. That was kind of fun. I only saw little kids do it, probably kids that were probably less than 120 pounds or something like that. So I don't know if adults could have done it or not. I don't know if the wire would have handled that. But we found a margarita place not too long after that, and they were pretty good margaritas. Uh, my my wife was dancing because there was a little bit of Jamaican music going on. Um, she shared it with, of course, a little bit with me, but then she also shared it with my mother-in-law. It was okay. Yeah. But I noticed that whenever these guys do go down the slide, then they use their arms quite a bit to grab onto the handle, grab onto the sides of the slide whenever they go down, and the guardrail, I guess is what they call it, and that way they can pull themselves a little bit faster. They can get to go down a little bit faster. You see the little kids trying to do it too. They don't have as much strength, but at the same time they're lighter, so they might go faster. I don't know. This is my nephew and my wife were doing this one water game where you squirt in the center of this thing, and Hello Kitty raises up, and they didn't win, but it was kind of fun anyway. They had a pretty good time doing it, and sometimes oh well, yeah, didn't win. Then there was a quarter toss, so I figured I would try that. There's no real skill or involved in this, I feel, and so you just kind of close your eyes and throw the coin wherever it is, and mark the coin, and just kind of you know it's all just luck pretty much. So the first one I got one, but that was it. See, I got that little blue fish, um, from Nemo. I think that's what that's called. Nemo movie. That was kind of cool. Um, my nephew let me play in that game. Here's the nephew again. He's playing another game that's more of just tossing ping pong balls and trying to get them into these saucers. Kind of difficult because they have a little bit of momentum, and then the ping pong balls bounce very easily, so it's pretty hard. And also, my wife and my nephew were talking about their hands being sticky. My nephew also won one of those Nemo type of things with that quarter toss. And here's Aztec dance. My wife was saying that it's not necessarily it's the feathers that she thought that they should be wearing, but that's probably what was available at the time where they're at. But it's probably a heck of an exercise. And then we went to the barns where the livestock were. It took quite a while to figure out, because not a lot of people knew where they were actually. They were working where the concession stands were. They didn't know a lot of stuff where they were, but anyways, quilt raffle. She bought four raffle tickets, put her name and number on each. So maybe she'll win the raffle. Maybe she'll win a quilt. Doesn't matter if she does or not. It's just a nice sport for the little kids. So that's the FFA 4-H American flag and the Arizona flag. That quite a few. The steers were looking very sharp. Looked really good, and I was kind of surprised because so late at night, those guys were doing work on their steers. Got the fan there to blow off the sawdust from their hair, from their fur, and then also blows off the flies from getting on there, from grabbing on there. So that was kind of interesting. There was a girl there in between the steers. I always get nervous whenever I see the steers because I know that those back legs are very, very strong and they can kick really hard with those back legs. I raised steers for probably about 6 years whenever I was a little kid, whenever I was in high school and junior high. So that you can see the steers are kind of wary of me. They're nervous of me. They don't know what I'm up to, and so they are keeping an eye out. You can see a steer walking in the background there. Kind of cool. I didn't get a very good angle of the pig races. Maybe if I would have gone to the other side, maybe not been on the right side, but been on the left side, then I would have got better an angle of the pigs. But they're very, very tiny, and they did really good. They had lots of energy, and they ran around the racetrack. It was pretty awesome. So it was all a pretty good time.